Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family. Because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, imagine hearing words so powerful, so emotional, that they shake not only an industry, but also the hearts of millions around the world. That's exactly what happened when Zhao Lusi finally broke her silence and revealed something big about Yu Menglong's tragic death. Today you'll hear the story that fans can't stop talking about, a story of truth, regret, and love hidden in the shadows. When the news of Yu Menglong's passing first began to circulate, it felt almost unreal, like a whisper of a rumor that couldn't possibly be true. He was still so young, still so full of life, and his career was only beginning to unfold in new and extraordinary ways. Audiences around the world had come to know him for his gentle voice, his natural talent, and the quiet but magnetic charm he carried into every performance. Each role he took on seemed to leave a lasting impression, not because of extravagance, but because of the sincerity he brought to the screen. That is why, when his name appeared not in the entertainment pages but in the headlines announcing his death, the shock was unbearable. For fans, it was as if a piece of light had been suddenly extinguished. In the days that followed, there was silence. The industry, which so often thrives on constant chatter, seemed to pause in disbelief. Fans scrolled endlessly through social media, desperate for clarity, yet all they found were fragmented reports and official confirmations that felt cold against the warmth of their memories of him. The people who had worked most closely with him, those who might have offered comfort or insight, remained quiet. Their silence only deepened the sense of loss, leaving admirers with questions that had no answers. It was in this atmosphere of uncertainty and grief that Xiao Lucy finally spoke. Her words did not arrive as a formal statement or a polished tribute. They carried the weight of personal truth, the kind that cannot be rehearsed or carefully framed. She spoke slowly, with pauses that betrayed the difficulty of putting her emotions into sentences. She admitted what so many had felt but not dared to say aloud. Yu Menglong was more than an actor, more than a co-worker. He was a rare presence who understood her in ways few ever could. Behind the glamour of sets and scripts, behind the laughter of light-hearted interviews, there had been a bond that most never saw. It was this bond that made her words not just news, but a revelation. In revealing her grief, Zhao Lucy revealed something even greater: the depth of humanity that survives behind the polished image of celebrity. When Zhao Lucy finally allowed her emotions to come forward, it was as though a dam had broken. Her words did not sound like the voice of a celebrity addressing the public, but rather like the fragile confession of someone who had carried too much in silence. She admitted through tears that Yu Menglong had never been just another colleague standing beside her on a film set. In an industry where appearances are carefully crafted and conversations often feel rehearsed, he was one of the rare few who could see through the masks. He understood her even when she could not find the words to explain herself, and in that unspoken understanding lay a connection that went far beyond the surface of professional partnership. For the first time, she allowed the world to see how deeply this bond had shaped her. She recalled a moment when Yu Menglong once told her, almost casually, "Your smile is what makes people believe in goodness again." At the time, she thought of it as a kind sentiment, perhaps even a line to lift her spirits during a long day of filming. But after his passing, those words echoed with new power, lingering in her memory as a reminder of how he valued the light in others, even when his own struggles may have been invisible. It was not only the kindness of his message but also the sincerity behind it that left her breathless in grief. What struck fans most profoundly was her next revelation. Zhao Lucy admitted that Yu Menglong had saved her more than once. She did not specify how, and perhaps she could not. The mystery only deepened the impact of her statement. Did he help her in private moments of doubt, offering comfort when she was overwhelmed by the pressure of fame? Did he stand quietly behind her during difficult chapters in her career, giving her strength simply by being present? By leaving these details unsaid, she created space for imagination, and that silence spoke louder than any explanation could. The weight of her words turned grief into something much larger. Fans were not only mourning Yu Menglong, they were suddenly aware of the unseen moments that shaped the lives of the people they admire. In that moment, Zhao Lucy's confession became the climax of her truth, raw, unguarded, and unforgettable. Her voice trembled as she reached the point where emotion overtook restraint, and for the first time, her grief unfolded in raw honesty. Xiao Lucy admitted that if she were given just one more chance, she would tell Yu Menglong that she never forgot the meaning he brought into her life. It was not a carefully chosen phrase to satisfy the curiosity of the public, but a confession heavy with regret and tenderness. Her words revealed a weight carried in silence, the kind of weight that grows heavier when opportunities are lost. She spoke of a truth that had lived in the quiet spaces between them, unspoken yet undeniable, and her acknowledgement of it brought the entire audience into her sorrow. In that moment, her vulnerability was undeniable. The strength she usually projected in public dissolved into something more human, something that resonated with every person who has ever wished for just a little more time with someone they loved. Fans watching could not hold back their own tears, because her voice carried not just her personal grief, but a shared human ache. By confessing that she had not expressed everything she wished she had, she gave voice to the universal experience of regret. It became impossible to separate her pain from the listener's own memories, for everyone has lost someone too soon or left words unsaid. The power of her statement was amplified by the ambiguity she left behind. She said Yu Menglong had saved her, but she did not explain how. That silence created an echo, one that stirred both wonder and empathy. People could sense that behind her tears was a history of unseen kindness, gestures of support and care that were never meant for the spotlight. What mattered was not the specifics of what he had done, but the impact he had on her life and the gratitude that remained. The absence of detail became its own kind of poetry, a reminder that some bonds are too personal to be measured by public explanation. Her admission transformed the atmosphere. It was no longer about celebrity gossip or the mechanics of fame. It was about two souls who had crossed paths, one leaving a mark on the other so profound that even death could not erase it. As she spoke, her sorrow became a bridge that connected her to her audience, reminding everyone that beneath the glamour and the fame, there are fragile hearts that break in the same ways as our own. What Xiao Lucy shared goes far beyond show business. It's a universal truth. Life is fragile. Connections matter. Gratitude should never be delayed. Her words reminded millions of people that we should never hesitate to express love, to thank those who lift us up, or to acknowledge the ones who stand beside us in silence. Because sometimes, those quiet presences are the ones who save us most. By the end of her heartfelt message, Zhao Lucy wasn't just talking about Yu Menglong anymore. She was talking about all of us, about life, love, regret, and memory. And through her words, Yu Menglong's spirit continues to live on in the hearts of fans across the world. Thank you for watching today's story here on Update X24H. If this touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join our community as we bring you more powerful stories from the world of entertainment and beyond. Every like, every comment, and every share helps us keep these stories alive. Stay inspired, stay connected, and we'll see you in the next video.